Microsoft has a new Xbox out called the Xbox One S. Is it worth the $300? This is our review. You cannot start a conversation about the Xbox One S without commenting about its size. The One S is 40% leaner than the original Xbox One, and it makes a massive difference. Even better, users can go vertical by placing the One S on an included stand. The color has changed too, with a matte white offering instead of glossy black. It makes a difference. The old Xbox was prone to visible dust and fingerprints, none of which happened with the One S. There's also now a USB plug in the front instead of the side, making it much easier to use. Likewise for the sync button to pair a controller, which is also much more accessible. Finally, the giant power brick is no more. Everything is internal to the Xbox One S, leaving just a single 2-prong AC cord and no clutter. The biggest draw with the Xbox One S is not for gamers, but for movie aficionados. That's because the One S features a 4K Blu-ray player, making one of the few options available to consumers in the summer of 2016. Samsung has a standalone native 4K Blu-ray player, but it costs $319. When you compare it to the starting price of the One S at $299, the One S is a steal. Not only do you get a 4K Blu-ray player, but you're getting an entire gaming console for less money. Of course, you will need a 4K TV to see any benefit. Does it make a difference? It does, especially with the HDR-enabled titles. Still, the difference in going from HD to 4K is less than going from standard definition to HD. If you plan to use the One S with a non-4K TV, good luck on perceiving differences when comparing it to the current Xbox One. The Xbox One S can not only play video in 4K, but can also leverage HDR10, the industry standard for HDR streaming and DVDs. Moreover, for the first time, the Xbox One can do HDR gaming. Forthcoming titles like Gears of War 4, Forza Horizon, and Scalebound will all feature this technology. As of our review, however, there were no HDR-enabled games to test. The downside with HDR is simple, it's cost. Here's what you need to get started: an Xbox One S, HDR-enabled TV, and HDR-enabled media content like 4K DVDs or Netflix, and at least 25 megabits per second internet connection. None of that is cheap, but if you wanted a reason to get into 4K, the One S might be it. The Xbox One S does a great job of 4K HDR playback, and it is something to witness if you are a movie buff. Mad Max Fury Road is already a visually stunning movie, but it takes on a whole new dimension with 4K HDR. For gaming, it remains to be seen just how much of a difference it makes. The Xbox One S does not do native 4K gaming. That feature will come with Project Scorpio in late 2017. What it can do is upscale your games to 4K from 1080p. In fact, the entire Xbox experience can upscale to 4K under its settings. Overall, there was nothing better with the Xbox One S in scaled 4K gaming except for maybe reduced lag since the TV is not doing the scaling. Contrast may be slightly better, but at this point I'm willing to attribute that more to the TV than the Xbox One S. A lot of this comes down to how good your TV is at scaling 4K content. In the end, the 4K scaling feature is nice in theory, but the reality is it should not be a consideration when buying the One S if you expect an improved gaming experience. The Xbox One S has a lot going for it, but not necessarily for current Xbox One gamers who are looking for something new. The benefits for the One S are really for those who do not own a current generation gaming console. If you are a gamer, I find it hard to recommend upgrading to the One S. The console is stellar, make no mistake, everything about it is better than the One, but only at the superficial level of design, looks, and some minor functionality. Scaling to 4K sounds impressive, but the experience is virtually the same as it is today on 1080p. HDR gaming could be exciting, but is unlikely to be a revolution. It's just something nice to have on your $2,000 TV. For those who use the Xbox primarily for watching movies with some gaming, the decision is different. If this is the year you want a 4K TV and you already have high-speed internet, the One S could be the linchpin to getting you to switch. However, consumers who have no immediate plans to get a 4K HDR TV anytime soon would be better to stick with the current Xbox One until later in 2017. In conclusion, the Xbox One S is a great midstream release from Microsoft. It adds some excellent bonus features that are really impressive for movie fans, but they are not must-haves for current gamers. Instead, let's wait for Project Scorpio later in 2017. So that's our review of the Xbox One S. For more information, just head to Windows Central. Thanks for watching. Take care, everybody.